Yeah.
So I also know that family is really important to you, and over the years,
Hmm.
not just your children, but your grandparents, adopted parents, whatever you
Hmm.
want to,
Yeah.
whatever you call them. So how's everyone in your corner, in a family sense, reacting to all of this? Now I know they've always been really supportive in you chasing your dreams, but now that the dreams are becoming reality, how are they handling it?
I mean, everyone is loving it. I mean, to different for different reasons, everyone's loving it. Like if you ask my husband, he's excited because he's just one day closer to getting out of the oil field because that's, he hates being in the oil field. So he's like, can you just hurry up and make it so I can get out of the oil field and go on the road?
Right?
That's what he's excited for. My grandparents are just excited because they remember seeing the little girl when I was 3 and 4 years old performing for them in the living room, and me telling them that I'm going to be on the Grand Ole Opry one day. So that's the moment for them, and they're just so proud of me. And then when you ask my best friend, she's the babysitter that watches my kiddos whenever I'm on the road, and she lives with me now for like 5 years. If you ask her, she's just excited for me to get out of the house so the kids will mind better. So that's her main goal. So she
Small
loves it when I'm
victories.
gone.
Small victories.
Yeah, small victories for sure. And then my kids are older now, and so they are, I mean, I say older, my daughter's about to be 14, and then my youngest one is 7. So they're from 7 to 14, and they I mean, they all to a certain extent know, like, mommy's doing her singing. If you ask my 7-year-old, he says his words are, mommy's gonna go sing so hers can get monies so she can buy me something. That's what he says.
It's
And
all
then you
about the
ask my
toys.
daughter, yeah, he's all about the toys and the games and all
Mm-hmm.
that stuff. And then my daughter she's about to be 14 and she thinks she's 30 years old, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
She's taller than me. She wears my clothes. And I think this past year she's kind of sat back and watched. She's been there through all of it. She's been there through the super low times in my
Mm-hmm.
career, and she's been here for the amazing times. And she is just so proud of me. I think you can kind of see that sign up there a little bit. But she wrote, "I'm so proud of you for getting a #1 song in Texas. I love you, Mom." So like she made me take her to the dollar store and she made that for me. So um, it's been cool. It's been cool because my kids know that I'm doing this for myself, but I'm doing this for them because whatever their dreams and goals are in their life, I want them to go for it no matter what, no matter how long it takes. If it takes you a year or 10 years or 20 years, just keep going after it and doing what you love. So that's what it's
And
all about.
as somebody who's on the outside looking in, you're telling that to other little girls too. So,
Hmm.
congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So I know that you've had a lot of ups and downs over the years. And those of us who have been fans of yours for a long time have seen those. You just kind of mentioned those in a family sense.
Yeah.
How do you stay grounded regardless of whether it's going right or going wrong? How do you stay balanced in that?
Man, I'm telling you, like I'm still human, so I have my days where I not really recently, maybe like 6 months ago, I'd have a day where I was like, my I guess my human jealous side. Like I'll see, one of my friends in the music business, they're doing something really cool, or they were opening for someone, and I'm like, man, like I want to open for that person. Like that's so cool. Or that venue won't even write me back.
Yep.
You have those moments as an artist. Like it's life. It's gonna happen. Like one of your friends is gonna be playing somewhere cooler than you, and you're gonna be like, dang, like I want to do that. But it's just I've kind of had to like I'll have that moment, and then I'll stop myself and be like, no, like good for them. Like I want everyone to succeed, and there's so much room in this business, even though people say it's that there's not room, there really is. There's so much room for people to be helping each other out and lifting each other up and being there for each other. I know that one of my best friends in country music is Bailey Ray, and we write each other, all the time, or text or call, and she had a moment like last month, and she was kind of having a tough time, and me and her talked through it, and like helped lift each other up. So it's just cool. It's cool seeing that. I love seeing my friends do big things. Now I am still human, and I do get a little jealous, but it's like it lights another fire underneath me to like, okay, work harder, play better shows, write better songs, and then maybe you'll get the venue's attention eventually. So
How
that's
much?
the ultimate goal.
Here's a good question for you because I know that you are pretty good at keeping your ear to the ground, so to speak, your nose to the
Hmm.
grindstone. Let's put all the cliches in here, but you're paying attention to things that are happening around you and for your friends and other artists and things. How often do you
Hmm.
get ideas for your own brand from watching what others are doing?
All the time, and I think that is some advice that if I was to give another artist or someone starting out that hasn't been doing it very long, there's absolutely nothing wrong with watching what your fellow artists are doing or where they're playing. They
I
could,
agree.
they could have found another venue and then you just reach out to that venue, or maybe even if you're friends with them, ask them, hey, what's the booking info? Do you mind sharing? Or could you just pass my name along? Like, all you have to do is ask. And if they say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that, or my
Hmm.
booking agency does that, I can't give you that information, then you're like, okay, well, thank you. Not a big deal. Like, it's totally not a big deal. But yeah, I am constantly watching what everyone is doing. If I see a venue and I want to go after it, I go after it, or I try to ride them. I still do my own booking right now. Now there's a couple of agencies that I'm starting to work with. So and we're looking at a bigger, like one of the big tour booking agencies, which would be amazing if I can get it. It's on the like mainstream side of things, but so all that's in the process. But yeah, I'm always watching and looking what other people are doing, and if someone does a cool social media post or they've made this cool video, or I'm like, oh man, how'd they do that? Like that's cool, or
Hmm.
how'd they post that? Like it's. I think you can learn from your peers. Like it's this business is hard enough, and if I can be any help to anybody out there that's watching this, or if you see a venue that I'm playing, like I have so many people that reach out to me, and I give them what I have if I have it, and I'm determined. I still say this. Actually, I have a text on my phone right now from Grace Partridge. She's a good friend of mine. She is gonna help me put together my venue list and like people that I've talked to, and that
Hmm.
way I can just be like, here's my spreadsheet. Check it out. Like if you see somewhere you want to play, email them, or if it's on Facebook Messenger, Facebook message them. So,
Well, to show
I'm
to throw
yeah.
them a plug, etx-live.com has a venue list up for
Oh,
many
cool.
many of the venues in East Texas. If you are an East Texas artist out there that happens to tune in, it's etx-live.com. They didn't pay me for that, but there you go. I used to be in the
Awesome.
booking side of things. Having a podcast is one thing. I've interviewed a lot of people, but it's not very well known that I've done booking and I've done artist management and things like that. I've always
Yeah.
found venue information is always like a good fishing spot. Nobody ever wants to share it with you, ever.
Yeah.
You know?
I know. I know. Been there, done that. Been told no several times.
Yep.
I see that and understand that, but there's that how many days are in a year? Like there are
Hmm.
plenty of days to
Exactly.
go around to anybody that wants to play there. So that's my opinion.
The fact of the matter is, if you're a good fisherman, you shouldn't care about whether you share your spot or not. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. Feel honored that people want to share the spot with you. So
That's right. That's right. I agree.